Dude, I love that intro. I'm watching it on my 6 screens. I'm like, that thing is cool. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I'm back in the home studio after a nice little trip to Florida. Shout out to Hollywood. Love you, Hollywood. You people are amazing. Shout out to the Peruvian food I ate my last night. It was unbelievable. Peruvian food is muy bueno. Muy bueno. I'm putting the lemon into the water. Get a smell of that lemon. It is what it is. Get that pocket square pumping. Ooh, it's got to go the same level. Wait. You can't have too high in the front. Got to go down in the front. What's going on over there? What's going on? We'll figure it out over there. High. It's like backwards to what I think it is. So I gotta figure it out another time. It's good enough. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And let's take a big sip of it. Yeah, I got to get the I'm going to switch to the wider angle lens. I think I put a smaller telephoto lens on there. Anyway, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Let me put this in the right spot too so I can look at it without bothering each and every one of you. All right, and let's jump in and let's get that music popping. Danny Beans! Woo! Yeah. And let's get into it. Let's talk about the markets. Let's break it down like we do every single day. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. I am the Crypto Lifer. Together we make the Crypto Lifer Show the greatest show in all of crypto. It's funny, huh? Everybody wants to stream now. We streamed every single day. Now, today, everyone wants to come back to the market and start streaming. Insane. But look, let's take a look at it. We'll win. We will outwork every other streamer in the game. Look at this. 16,600 is the low for that big bundle of buys there that we may go down into. And then we have this, sell order at 17,002. Just looking at Bookmap, looking at the liquidity, seeing what's going down, breaking it down for exactly what it is. Long liquidation right there, just a pinch, $200, just bing. It's funny, even a $200 liquidation. How funny is that? Look, we got the shorts got squeezed for 35 and 5K. We got some short squeeze action there, okay? And then we're a bit flat. We're gonna take a look at the markets, but so you can see we're evenly liquefied on either side. Even liquidity, okay? Could easily slip down in here and get a nice little bunch. It looks like we're closer to there, sloop down, but it's pretty even. We could go either way when it comes to Bookmap. Looking like it does want to press down a little bit. Market is getting pushed. A lot of people buying into Bitcoin. If you could just see a lot of Bitcoin buys. People get into ALGO, some Matic, Tether, Solana, XRP, big XRP buy, the bigger, some Shiba Inu coming into the game. Ooh, someone fired off another fat XRP buy. XRP. Now, there's a lot going on with XRP today. We're going to spend a good amount of time on XRP. I was listening to Brad Garlinghouse yesterday on Twitter. A lot was going on Twitter. Twitter is having spaces now, and there's been really amazing people just jumping in. I was listening to some of the greatest people on Twitter talk about, FTX, talk about what happened. And it's almost like, what, you can't talk about FTX? Like, shh, can't talk about it now. Not allowed to talk about FTX. But at the same time, let's go over the facts. Ben told people to get their funds off of FTX, and that was a big deal. He saved a lot of people millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. That has to give it applause. But then again, and the rabbit hole goes so deep, and it's like, how deep do you want to go? It's kind of crazy. Anyway, so I'm been focused on, but it's my whole industry, so it's weird. It's like, don't talk about it, but it's your whole industry. Pretty weird to me, in a bit of a way. You look at Twitter too, there's just so much going on. Like, it's just, all you have to do is click here. So much going on. There's just so much going on, And then there was like weird tweets coming out of here. Like with just words, just random things. Isn't that funny? So but some now, which people are showing me is old tweets have been deleted, new tweets have been added. It hasn't changed the tweet count. It's just a weird thing, But tweets have been coming out now. Look, 2 hours ago. I'll get to what happened, but for now, let's talk about where we are today. That's insane, right? Follow me at Crypto Lifer 33. I would greatly appreciate it. And there's a lot of eyes on cryptocurrency. Look at 80,000 tweets. crypto is in the face. Now, if it did anything, it put crypto in the face of the world, you know? Like Ben. Ben was like, you know, the hero for us. And like, he was on like a national news publication yesterday. I almost fell on the floor. Ben on InfoWars. If you saw that, Ben was on InfoWars. Insane. Absolutely insane. And we got football coins too that are going to start moving. Football coins like to pump. So I'm looking at Bitcoin. Let's break it down. Everyone wants to know my thoughts on BTC. So last night I was looking at it in this flag. Could the flag break to the upside? That was what we were hoping. Measured move would take it to 17,700, but it has to get above 17K, right? And so we're at this point of control. See that we battled. We seem to have got above it here on the VRVP. And if we can stay above it, literally as it's the VRVP and a support and resistance trader, if we can stay above it, we can definitely get to 17.2 and maybe even to the next bigger zone of resistance. We'll have a little bit of resistance there at 17,192,200 because that's that last place. Resistance right there on a wick. Resistance right there on a wick. Wow, so my group is full of hot action. They're talking about the FIFA coins, the football coins. Money flows into where the action is. FIFA, football. You got a lot of football fan tokens ready to move. So look, this 7-minute wants to push to the upside. All right? A little messy here, but it gets messy when you get bound to brass tacks. Look at this. So here. Falling wedge. We fell out of it. We broke back into it. It could still be considered a flag then. Like, it's like we never left the flag. Measured move is the length of the wick to the wick. All right? All we have to do is we can look at this just real small. Break all this down. MACD wants to turn. Lack of bearish momentum is coming up. Don't get fooled, though. That could be false signal. MACD just says it may. All right? We do have this bit of a shoulder, a head, and a bit of a right shoulder. Hard to see, but it, you know, go to the 1 minute, and there it is. Clear as day. And that's how you kind of track ridiculous price action. But that is an inverted head and shoulder. Now you're looking for the measured move from the neckline to the head. And see, we dissected now deep. This is like, it's funny. You can go to the daily and zoom out, and you can't even see that. It's like a speck. You can go back to the 1 minute and zoom in. And it's like having a microscope. So this does suggest that we pump up to about 17,092. All right. Okay, so, and again, it is the 1 minute chart. I don't like to trade it. I'm just looking for some type of confirmation on the smaller time frames that this 7 minute flag may pump to the upside. That's what we're looking for. Can we get a move on the 7 minute flag? We have resistance, though, at 17K, this point of control. And I keep saying to everybody, if this rolls over, which is very probable, your 1 hour time frame is a little overbought, and like we could easily just roll here too. All right. And then if you just get rid of that last little section there, not to confuse yourself, like we can group our last bit of work. We're looking at a rising wedge, see? And we did call the break out of this falling wedge to the upside. So far, it just went halfway. It didn't get above the zone, but I kept saying, if you remember me, I kept saying we could get a big M. And I said this way back here last, I'm saying we'll break out, but, we could be getting an M pattern. We have to get it back above 17,000 to remain bullish. It's going to have to happen. Then we could get a bounce here at 15,900. Okay? That would give us a double bottom off of BTC. All right? Almost a triple bottom in a way here. I got another idea for you, too, that I'm looking at. Vited came all the way down. It did hit the target, though. It's crazy. Get the target from here, lane to the pole. It's crazy how it works out like that so many times. But we take a look at BTC. Where was I on? Coinbase. The all-time history index. So I've been looking at this closely. And this is what I'm taking a really deep look at. So the 4 hour time frame, like we broke out. of this, I call it almost the descending triangle, but it's a symmetrical because it does lift up. It's a symmetrical triangle with more of a flatter bottom, but it is a symmetrical, okay? And the bulls must get back above 17K to remain bullish. Like we don't. We're just rolling over. I guess we could almost open it up and include it back inside of the pattern and just say, you know what, we never got out of resistance. It wasn't a breakout. We come back to the downside. Could we hug on a higher low? We have a slight, if you said low, if you said high, higher low than there, higher high, higher low, it'd be barely, but it would be a very little barely baby step. I mean, this could have went shoulder, head and shoulder, even worse to the downside. It technically did, but could have went worse. So we have a one higher low here. Bitcoin must put in a higher high, really in the grant, like in this section. See, like high, low. You got to put in a higher high on your way up here. So far, we haven't come down and made a lower low. So this trajectory could continue. Just, it's crazy where the Stokes are. It's a little unlikely on how I trade, but it's not impossible. It could happen. But it's just a little more, it's getting more and more unlikely based on the positioning of the stochastics RSI. Okay. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to Crypto LS Futuro. I love that. Shout out to Country Mouse. Shout out to Beaky. Shout out to Spiritual Misfit. Shout out to David Patty. Shout out to Gina Bombina in the house. Shout out to CNC Ireland. Shout out to Jay Bella. Shout out to Broads. If you want to get a shout out, throw out your shout out right now. Throw them out. Shout out to Barbara Roche with Let's Go. Shout out to Gonzo. Shout out to Glenn Coos. If you want to say what up, say what up. What up, Legendary Sniper? What up, Sweaty Dave? What up, Kevin Baker? What up, my man Brandon? What up, PS Future, my man? Life for the GOAT. Crypto TA. Much love from Dubai, baby. Divergences. Shout out to Marco. Shout out to Tyler. Shout out to my lifer friend, baby. Lifer friend, man. Lifer friend. Shout out to Armaris Garcia. Shout out to Ellen. Shout out to Bullish Bradley. Shout out to Dr. Crypto. Shout out to M. Marco. Shout out to Country Mouse again. Wheelman, my man. Wheelman in the house. Shout out to Brian Blumstein, my dude. Shout out to Chemistry Bro. Shout out to Patal Patir. Shout out to Michael Rohan. Andreas Santillan. Shout out to Diego Leonardi. Shout out to Crypto Daddy. Crypto Addy. Or Crypto. Or Cryptaddy. I like that. Shout out to Connor Dana. Shout out to Crypto Monster. Shout out to Yadborough. Shout out to Tyler Johnson, Sam Tomlinson, Vapacars, Mystic Net, Sergio Macanu, my man from the day, man, from back in the day, Sergio, man, my nano dude. Shout out to Pedro O'Neill, so from the back in the day, I can't believe it. My man, shout out to the 557 people. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? You may have forgotten to do it, but remember, this ain't that stream. You got to go and hit that likes. We got to get 500 likes up here, bang and bang, bang. Look, the Crypto Lifer Tuesday Lemon Water Show, baby. Let's get it going. Let's get that algorithm pumping to the upside. We're going to look for some interesting coins. We're going to find out where the money is flowing in the market. And we're going to have some fun. I can't wait. I hope you can't wait. I'm excited. Let's get excited. So much going on. Shout out to everybody here in the game. Shout out to Smoking Backwoods. Shout out to Jay Murray. I thought that was his name. I don't condone anything. You do whatever makes you happy. Algo looks hot. Morning, Sam. What's up? Shout out to Sean Aaron in the game. My man. Shout out to everybody here. Much love from Montreal. Thank you, Justin Burdick, my man. Nick Zulu. Nick LFP. Fa Fo High. Legendary Sniper Matt Richardson. Wow. Wow. We got a gem. We got gems here, baby. I'm still East Coast at 12 p.m. already. Check out Spike on STX. Shout out from the Philippines. Send in your super chats for a deep dive in TA. Support the stream. Lifer gives its knowledge 7 days a week to build and teach the Lifer family worldwide. We also teach class today every single Tuesday. We will be teaching class again like we do today. Every single Tuesday. Lifer Vision Trading Course. Get the vision. Understand what we're talking about. Understand the terminology. Overbought, oversold, right? Support and resistance. What does it mean? What does trend analysis mean? What is a higher high? What is a swing low? Yeah, so just so much information, so many things we could do. Boom, boom. Wow, she loves Porto. Stays on that Porto. So, I mean, you can see here, resistance, resistance, resistance. This is a big boy bar of resistance. That's why I make it green. And we're going to have to get above the green bar. 17K or we're not making it. It's not happening. We need to get short to get squeezed. We need more people to short. I think most people are just kind of in shock. Last couple of days, you have a lot of people just in shock. But if we can get enough people to short this market, right there we get a squeeze at 20K. If we can get enough people to short the market, we can get a blast to the upside. So you got to go to this class right here to understand what I'm talking about. Long, short, so many things. And any question you can ask at the end too to clarify. And then you'll know what this is. So if you go here, you'll know what this is. And if you go here, you'll understand more what this is and what all this stuff that I'm doing is. And if you want to know what this stuff is, then go do this thing. All right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. It's today. You can email cryptolifers@gmail.com. No, it's not. I'm playing games. Remember, email cryptolifers@gmail.com. Okay? Cryptolifers@gmail.com if you want to jump into the class. All right? So the shorts are getting squeezed. Can we get enough liquidity? 39,000 shorts getting squeezed. 19 accounts. $39,000, $37,000. A quick 60, 70 grand getting scooped off the exchange. Bye, Felicia. A bunch of traders just can't trade for the rest of the day unless they reload and put some more money into the exchange. Getting chewed away here. I don't know why you would short this double bottom. At least let it play out first. But so it's the 7 minute that's still got gasoline. And it's in an inverted head and shoulder. You see it. And so we've talked about it. We've gone over it. I have it on the other time frame, right? Let's see. Yeah. And we got this waiting in a group, though. So I can turn it on whenever I want and just look into the 7. Or even the 1 was when we were really So let's see if this can play out. Again, it's lackluster because even if it gets us here, but it would get us back above 17K. Could we hold on for dear life above the zone is the question. So not healthy at all, not amazing. We're not whoa, robust, Bitcoin's doing damage. But, so I give you, I zoom out all the way to the 4 hour, the daily, right? I give you big time frames. This is the daily. Daily's in a bit of a flag here. See this? And if this breaks, that's a symmetrical triangle. That's what's starting to form. Breaks to the downside, we get a measured move to 14K. Highly probable we're not in a good spot. Things are tough. We could easily roll over to the downside. 3-day chart reset, though. Does want to make a move back to the upside. The 3-day chart did reset. Does it have bullish divergence like it had before? We even had bullish divergence in this one. I cannot believe it negated 3-day bullish divergence. I mean, you could say it happened and then got rejected by this. So, I mean, divergence always happens. That's what, so look. What I mean by this is, look, you have the swing down, and we had the swing up, There was going to be a pump. I mean, that's such strong divergence. There had to be a move. And so we did pump from 18.8 or 18.4 all the way to 21,000. 21,004.5 almost. Rejection, though. Harsh rejection. Look at that. 9 days of pain. 9 days. I remember the 9 days of Bitcoin pain. Look at that. 12 days. This has been hard. Hard 6 days. This is a 3-day candle. So, anyone who stuck it out with me this whole time, I mean, if we weren't able to short and make massive gains shorting, there's no way we would have survived. But, the euphoria and the adrenaline of making that money shorting keeps you going. You hit a short and you're like, you know what? I'm going to keep doing this, So you take advantage of the way the market goes and you don't fight it. 10-day chart looks absolutely horrible. It's got a bearish engulfer, and it looks like it's just about to start to get a bearish cross, Look at that. It has a bearish cross if we zoom in. It looks pretty bad. It doesn't bode well. Does not bode well. Tough times for tough times. Okay. Shout out to everybody here on the live. We must get the likes up to the watchers. It's the most important part of the stream, I'm saying, because it's just kind of how we continuously get back to 1,000 people on the live and keep it moving. 602 people. And also I have some tips and tricks and things that I'm going to teach you at the end. Some things I'm going to talk about. Okay. And I want to break it down. So yeah, this, unless we get some type of miracle buy up, this is interesting. Okay. I'm going to show you though, why Bitcoin's going to shine in the name of the entire thing today. Why Bitcoin shines. You get back. Now, this doesn't look good. And we could definitely easily go to 14K. Okay. And it looks pretty ugly to me so far. But we could even get we are oversold on the daily time frame. And there's a chance this is a nice double, almost an Adam and Eve double bottom. See that? Could be making something of that nature. If you don't know what that is, you learned it today. And so, like, we teach you so many trading terminology here, but this could be an Adam and Eve double bottom for Bitcoin. I haven't heard anybody say this yet, and that's why you come to this channel. You won't get that rehash stuff that you see on someone else who just kind of watches a few channels and then kind of puts something together. This is something we do live today. This is our own creative juices flowing every day. Improvisational creativity here going on. Feel the juices flowing. Get into the creativity. Because, you know, at the end of the day, TA is creativity. You're looking for different ideas that you've seen before and piecing them together in different puzzles. And so here you go. I mean, that could break us out. If that is what it is, you would get a length of the base of the pole here, and we could break out when of the cup alley back to 19K. And this would be a beautiful, like, Bitcoin recovers from, you know, insane meltdown. Honestly, for the meltdown going on, you have to remember, Bitcoin is still pretty strong, in my humble opinion. One last thing I want to look at, I want to do Bitcoin. I like looking at Bitcoin different ways. This is the short on LUNC. So if Bitcoin tumbles, this LUNC short on the 1 hour time frame looks like it's about to make a bit of a move here. Lack of bearish momentum. 4 hour also looks pretty good. However, the daily doesn't. Could be a bit of a, you know. So I was looking at this LUNC short. It has the bells and whistles, but it doesn't mean it's guaranteed. But it caught my eye. It caught my eye, I have to admit. Little short on LUNC there. I looked at what was the most overbeat to the ground, you know, and I found the LUNC short, the Matic short, and I was like, that's interesting. I try to look where no one else is looking. I try to, you know, lift up the sewer cap, so to speak, and really dive deep for that special sauce. Okay? Because you know what's out there. You know that it's out there. Shout out to everybody here on the live. We should check total later. Shout out to Gina Bombabina. You caught my heart, Sam. Shout out to Joshua Jalowick. Thank you. ALGO pumping crazy. Wow. Unbelievable. Let's take a look. So, yeah. Does Matic pump on the short? Hopefully not. It just, I haven't made up my mind yet, but it looks interesting. Just beginning to glance. It's like, you know, you're just getting started. That's how I start. I start just kind of speculating a little bit in my mind. Wow. Yep. And I mean, at the end of the day, a trader moves the way a trader moves. That's a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. And it's going to break up the length of the head of the shoulder to the upside. I mean, that's what you're doing. And you're going to have a resistance here. There's a reason for everything, folks, and it's in the technical analysis. Why did we dump? Everyone be like, why did we dump? And you'd be like, well, we had a shoulder, we had a head, and we had a shoulder there that had a double top shoulder M pattern, and we dumped it. You know, it's like, to me, I'm like a bot. Like, there's a reason for everything. And look, Bitcoin pumping, trying to cross that 17K region. So Algo's just pumping them up with Bitcoin. And Bitcoin just moving out of the inverted head and shoulder, as we showed you that it may do, right? Despite oscillators being a little overbought, we still have that 7-minute in the flag. The flag is breaking out on the 7-minute. It's not amazing. Don't get so excited. We could easily come up here, just double top from these areas. This rising wedge could dump to the downside, and this could be the beginning. These wicks up here could be the beginning of a perfect short entry, 16.9 down to that 14K region. So I know I'm giving you both sides of the penny. You got to look at both sides of the story. So I like having a short idea and a long idea, and I like to look at the probabilities back and forth. But we were able to call I can call small moves, big moves, little moves. But we were able to figure out this smaller move for Bitcoin here. That's why leverage traders love me, even though I don't like leverage trading. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, but because like, oh, there's that head and shoulder, and then they go look for head and shoulders on their own one day. You know what I mean? It's like, I just point out things that you could use later on in your life. Just finding 3 upside down triangles change your life. You know, it's kind of interesting, right? Like things that I never knew when I was out there. So look now, 38,000 liquidations, 84,000 shorts are getting squeezed. Be careful. I tell everyone to leverage trading now, and I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. But I tell everybody, what I do say is I see the market, as a bystander, and I observe it every day. And what I do see the most of is people not realizing how thin these books are. Like, you're leverage trading in a bull market, there's so many people, and that's why, you know, a better trader can get away of a little bit of leverage trading, which even though they shouldn't, but they can get away with a little more because there's so many other people doing ridiculous things so close to the price action that it feeds the need of the market makers and 17K flash for Bitcoin. Can we get back above 17K? Perfect music for the move. Can we get back above 17K? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Okay. Check it out. Oh, man. Sorry. I got to remember my windows. Okay. So check it out. Have you ever traded crypto on a decentralized order book based exchange? If so, which one? Bitcoin, keep going. And DYDX. I want to know. Let me know. Because I have, and I just want to know how many people have. I want to see how many people out there, my followers, understand a decentralized order book. What's happening out there, what's going on, what it means. Yeah. Have you ever traded crypto on a decentralized order book based exchange? If so, which one? So decentralized coins are booming. And you can see I'm on Twitter right now, booming to the upside. Give me a like there on Twitter if you can. Boom. Quick little cool video here from me and Frankie Candles. Wow, there's a big move for Bitcoin, and it's just following the inverted head and shoulder to the upside. It's amazing how these shapes play it up, right? Isn't that weird? Like, and it's about to come to the target at 17,091. Can it come to the target? Come on, mama. Come on, mamacita. Come on, Bitcoin. All the way to the top. Oh, there's the rejection. The sell-off. No, we might get a buy back up. It's only the 1 minute, which I don't like trading. And I don't recommend people use the 1 minute. Like, but you're using it now. I'm using it to watch price action. We were able to find a more detailed inverted head and shoulder that I slightly sniffed out on the 15. You know, it was hard to see on the 15 minute. So someone watching the 15 would have seen this and maybe not have any clue what happened here. Could just say, hey, it was a flag and the flag broke out. And we did have it in a falling wedge that was supposed to break to the upside. Look, the 15's about to boom. 15 minute looks absolutely beautiful for a move to the upside. It's a good sign for Bitcoin. And it's even Sammy Cup and Hattie. It's in a bit of a Sammy. Look, there's a cup. Sammy Cup and Hattie to the upside. And if you went wick to wick on this, when I dip, you dip, I dip. When I go from wick to wick. If you went wick to wick and went all the way up here to 17,250. And now we're going to see the shorts getting squeezed. And this is that old story, right? Look, 120,000. Even more shorts getting squeezed. It's like a wrecking ball coming in, and they go all the way up to 17.4. So there's enough people to get gobbled up here, and it's a little less down at 16.8. A lot more action up here. It looks like we're going to continue to squeeze some more shorts. It looks like this number is going to go up 120. If I zoom out, it's going to show me more individual. When I zoom in, it's put these numbers together. You understand that? That's why I went from like 39 with the 38, because you add these all up and you're getting into the 116, 120,000. You can go even bigger and, and smaller. And these aren't big moves. Don't get too excited. It's a Tuesday. It's better than nothing. I'll give that to you. It's better than nothing. So, wow, look at that. $39/25. There's more up here waiting to get leveraged out. And had they just come to the channel, understand that TA never lies. Look at that. It's likely to go to my target. Look at the buy wicks to the upside on our way to 17,092. People come here to this channel because we do the due diligence, and it happens to hit anyway. You'll watch if you keep coming up. Hit the like button. Come on. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, because whoever you were just watching or whatever channel you were watching, they didn't do this. They didn't do this. They didn't see it the way we saw it. Ciao Bella, baby. It's my first day back in the home studio after a vacation. And honestly, crazy vacation. But look, and there's going to go to the target, baby. The inverted head and shoulder never lies, man. Never lies, man. Come on. Come on. Come kiss it. Kiss it like you want it, baby. Kiss it like you want it. Candle closes in 24 seconds. I'm just a nerd watching this price action. But it's just crazy watching this inverted head and shoulder. Some entertaining, informative Twitter spaces that last a couple days. I love crypto so much. I mean, crypto space has been amazing. And we hit the target, everyone. We hit the target. We hit it. We hit it. Come on now. Bang. Lifer showed you how we get it done. Look at that. Beautiful move for Bitcoin out of the inverted head and shoulder. Still, we need to get back above the 17,000, which we did. We got above that point of control too. Okay. But again, I'm not like not a true believer of this move yet. Still in the bigger rising wedge. Still have a lot to think about. But you know what? So well, we did it. I mean, we nailed it. We called this move before it happened, and we hit it again on the channel. I don't know how many times I've done it, and that's why I love it, because some people think, oh, it's a little asset that you could move and somehow make this magically occur. But it's like, no, like this is Bitcoin. Like you need billions of dollars to make that move happen right there. Even, multi-millions of dollars just to move Bitcoin an inch. And so even for this to happen, this is technical analysis. It's just the way it works. Can you see it before it happens is the question. This is the skill. Anyone can go back and be like, oh, look what happened. But we found this before it happened, and we showed you what would occur, and it did. It went right to the target. Right to the target. Come on now. Like, to the T. Who showed you how we get it done today? Who's got you, baby? Who's got you, baby? Can I get some likes up in the bang? 740 people in the game, 356 likes. Can I get the likes all the way up to the watches, baby? Let's go. Let's go. Live in love. You can do anything you want with your life. Never think you can't. I remember when I was used to do TA, there's no way I would have been able to find an inverted head and shoulder on the 1 minute after I sniffed out a flag on the 15. None of this would have ever happened. And look, that 15 is a bullish engulfing. And now you see that my cup and handle isn't so funny. Any people like to laugh, right? At the savvy cup and handy. And you can see here's the cup. All right, with the double bottom in it. Here's your handle. Measured move of the cup and handle is 17,251. Now, do we complete the mission for the 7? Do we complete this mission, and do we go all the way to the target of the cup and handle is the question. This is the move. All right. Nice move back about 17K. Bearish divvy on the 15. He's correct. I see it right there. But it could not be confirmed yet. If we get a big enough push, what if we come up here like this? But right now it is bearish divvy so far because we got the swing up, swing down. Agreed. We are at a resistance for whatever reason. 1 hour time frame is spent. You know how much more it goes. That is a bullish engulfing right now. It closes in 14 minutes. We'd like to see this candle close above 17K. So let's look for this 1 hour candle in about 13 minutes to close about 17K. We're going to let that cook for a second. We're going to get into some altcoins. In about 13 minutes, we're going to get back to Bitcoin. Make sure this 1 hour candle closes above this red candle and stays in the zone. Doesn't become a wickie, a big old wick. I played the Solana 3S on Mex Google and it spiked and then went back down. I don't know, man, what you're saying. I played the Solana 3X on Max Global. right to your customer service at Mex Global. I don't run the exchange. You know what I mean? Thank you. Check the data. Awesome, you guys. Good to know. Doing great. Making an inverted head and shoulder. Yeah. So we're going to get back to Bitcoin in a second. I want to see if it can hold its own. Someone wanted to look at ALGO. ALGO's still pumping with Bitcoin. Now, all the USDT coins are going to pump with Bitcoin. You know, they might give you a little more gain against BTC. So when you see Bitcoin about to make that move and you feel comfortable of a Bitcoin move, you know, and AIOZ, which is like a decentralized data, anything decentralized is getting a bit of a look-see now. People are being starting to see and that's today's entire episode is based on why Bitcoin shines. Why does Bitcoin shine so much? Why is Bitcoin so amazing? Okay? And Bitcoin shines, and Bitcoin is so amazing because of what it does. Okay? And its true nature and necessary behavior in the world. There's no CEO for Bitcoin. There's no person misappropriating funds for Bitcoin, right? There's no shady CEO doing something they shouldn't be doing for Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin doesn't have a political party. You know what I mean? It doesn't have a person who you can say Bitcoin is unpolarization, number one. So our channel and me, I'm the most unpolarizing thing in the world because I love Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is neither red nor blue. They could try to, someone's going to try to tell you it is and this and that. I'm telling you right now, Bitcoin has no affiliation. It's open to anyone in the world. It's open to the poorest person in the world. It's open to the richest person in the world. Bitcoin is the most beautiful thing ever made. And that's why when you're a Bitcoiner, a true Bitcoiner, and you love Bitcoin like I do, like Michael Saylor may do, and I'm not saying I'm a maxi. I love XRP. I'm in the XRP army. You know, I have a good amount of it, and I continue to accumulate XRPs. Absolutely love XRP. I think it's smart to have a bag. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but that's for me. I believe it's smart to have a bag of XRP. I don't know. You got to make that decision. All those decisions need to be made for yourself. You know, there's a lot of criticism of, you know, people who push coin, and I get it. I you know, it's not cool, but there's a lot of criticism of people. Oh, someone said this about a coin. Someone pushed the coin. Someone did this. Someone did that. You know, and it's like, but what did you do? You know, it's like, oh, well, I went and just heard that on the internet and then I bought it. I'm like, so you went and listened to somebody else and you blame them for your losses. But when you find a coin someone else told you about and you read about it and then you put your money in and it pumps, you're like, well, you know, that was me. That was all me. Like, yeah, I heard about it, but I put my money down. Like, they didn't put the money down for me. And so, like, you know what I mean? It's like, people want to blame everyone for their losses, but they don't ever want to give anyone credit for the win. Okay. And look at Sushi was in an inverted head and shoulder, 34% gain coming out of that, and it continued to move. Look at that thing booming. It made another inverted head and shoulder. Like, you can't make this stuff up. And why? Because decentralized exchanges, Sushi Swap, all these places are getting more action, more fees, the coin's pumping. They have a use case now, and the use case is being seen by the world. A decentralized little mini pump has occurred. Okay? I'm telling you right now, this is awesome. DeFi-PERP. Let's take a look at DeFi-PERP. There's a DeFi-PERP somewhere here. I used to look at DeFi perpetual futures. This is all of DeFi. If you can't see it, it's in an Adam and Eve double bottom, as clear as day. It's the direct example of an Adam and Eve double bottom. This is exactly what they look like. And usually comes when an industry bottoms or something gets beat to the ground and it begins to recover. Bit of a double bottom idea here. So DeFi-PERP, can it get a big pump all the way back up here? You know what I'm saying? This would be a huge move for DeFi. And these are the biggest basket of the DeFi coins, but a 20% increase inverted. Can that get boomed up? I mean, that is an Adam and Eve double bottom. We're also going to look at Total 3 right now. Why are we going to look at Total 3? What the heck is Total 3? Is he talking about a movie? What is he saying? No. And you can see how it looks exactly like DeFi-PERP, right? Because DeFi is what's pumping, and DeFi makes up a lot of the altcoins. Are you feeling, you won't find this on any other channel. I'm telling you right now, I watched, the old channels back in the day. But I'm going to piece the story together with you as we go on this journey together. Take a look at it. It's insane. 755 people. Everyone keep hitting the like button. You're going to get me to 1,000 today. I'm telling you right now. I don't know why you're playing games with the like button. You get 300 more people in here. We get even more people banging on it to the upside. Okay? My wife might even come and dance. Will you dance? Probably won't, but she might. Shoulder, head, and shoulder. This does want to move. This is an inverted. And they've been all over the place every day today. It's been the day of the inverted head and shoulder. The DeFi bull run may have begun. People, the whole world is waking up. This is worldwide. You know what I'm saying? This was worldwide. Those funds came from people all around the world. FTX was worldwide. I heard Tom Brady lost a $665 million investment. I don't know if that's true. I hope not. But I mean, a lot of people lost a lot of money. You know what I mean? A lot of people invested in it. Kevin O'Leary lost a lot of money. He even said it out loud. He was out there today. He's like, I'm on my way to Washington and I want regulation. What I like about it is now we have the big guys fighting for the little guy in a way, right? And all we have to do is like, I don't mind, dude. I'll KYC everything. I don't care what happens. I always put my trades in a book and I report all my trades. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So look, shoulder, head and shoulder to the upside. You don't want to ever look over your shoulder. That's all I'm saying. You do whatever makes you happy. But I'm just saying, you don't want to look over your shoulder. You don't want to look over your shoulder. And plus, if you want to use it, say you get into it. If I got into a huge trade, you make a couple million in the trade. You report it, you pay your taxes, you buy whatever you want. It is what it is. You just put in the, you're like, all right, I made this much. I got to give this much back. Death and taxes. You can't escape them. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So, can Total 3 continue to go up to 341 billion? That's a beautiful move. And look, it went all the way down to 310 billion. It's up to 327. A low here down to 309. So it's up a beautiful $22 billion has been brought into DeFi. And just in the last couple days alone. And I'm showing you this could be a possible Adam and Eve double bottom here. Inverted head and shoulder. Want to continue to move. Tight moving averages that gravitate up to the 200 simple. We showed you this on many altcoins, and we can have a little bit of an altcoin move here. And that brings us where we go now, right? To Bitcoin dominance. We want to see Bitcoin dominance on like the daily a little too high. We do see it getting pretty high. We want to see it. It's pumping now. Not the best sign. It's pumping now. It's a 4 hour spent. Okay, let's take a look. It was in a rising wedge. It collapsed completely, which is beautiful, right? So Bitcoin dominance dropped when Bitcoin dropped. That's what happens. People bailed out of Bitcoin. And honestly, other altcoins were pumping. And there was some BTC pairs that were doing good. Now it's double bottomed here and it's on a low, but you can see that it's at a resistance that it's hit twice now. A couple times, and it can't seem to get above it, and it's making a bit of a bear flag. These bear flags tend to break to the downside more often than not for Bitcoin dominance. So if Bitcoin dominance begins to fall, this will coincide with what we're looking at here with these altcoins potentially making a move to the downside, to the upside on Total 3. So we're looking for, and look, this could also be a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. You can see that could dump. Wow, Bitcoin dominance breaks below 39. Quite interesting. So we're looking for a move here for Bitcoin dominance to the downside. We're looking for DeFi to get a bit of a pump to the upside. And, Sushi Swap, 3L moving hard, 19%. One of the biggest winners in the game. AIOZ, a decentralized form of, I believe it was like a Theta competitor, a YouTube competitor, something like of that nature. Okay? And it brings you to Uni. Aave is perpetual perp. It's one of the main in the Phantom even making a move. Anything that had a decentralized network. Matic was, anything that has a decentralized address starting to make a bit of a move. All right. Just up, but that's, Vited. There's a lot of these coins, people, that Kala dollar is interesting, right? Because that's got to be a Kala on Polkadot. And, Polkadot's had some of the most network movement than ever. And that makes it becoming relevant too. Take a look at DOT. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you so much for supporting the Crypto Lifer Show. Thank you for being here. May God bless each and every one of you for having a beautiful day today. And you know what? I'm happy to be alive, man. Yesterday, when those people were, I took a plane home from Miami International, and while on the plane, a woman was, I don't know, I shouldn't even say, somebody started yelling there was a fire on the plane as we were taking off. There's a fire, and then a bunch of people started screaming, stop the plane, there's a fire, and I'm like, and I didn't know what, I'm looking at my wife was looking at me, and eventually, a crew member calmed her down and said, no, it's just condensation, ma'am, but it was crazy, and it may have just been a mistake, but I've never been on a plane with everyone screaming to stop the plane. We're on fire. I see a fire, and we're taking off. And I'm like, so obviously I sat there and I hadn't, I was really tired. I pulled an all-nighter. So I was completely numb, just I'm just gonna die in a state of completely just, I was just ready just to be all right, I guess this is how you go, huh? I was like, I guess this is how you go. So, and yeah, it was crazy. So, it's great because I didn't have to go through a car accident and I didn't have to go through anything too crazy for me to just kind of realize how precious my life is and how not to get upset. Even, so I know someone personally that told me they lost $1 million on FTX. They had $1 million on the exchange. Interesting enough, though, if you were watching BitBoy Daily, he was telling people to get their money off the exchange as much as he could. So, and again, he's not a financial advisor, but people started to tell us that something was going on way before anyone. Now it's literally all over Bloomberg. It's like mass news. And he broke the story. People have to he broke the story. He broke an international news story. And he may, honestly, he is the reason it happened. He helped CZ understand what was going on. This is crazy. I'm you realize this, everyone? You're in an industry and the news was broken here on YouTube by a little group of people. And it's now international news on news stations around the world. And to us, it's old news. To us, yeah, we've been talking about it for 2 weeks, man, 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? It's insane. It's pretty insane. It's insane. Okay, so I'm flabbergasted by by all of it. And CZ, and a lot of people paint it as, exchange versus exchange. But at the same time, they were all about to be put out. It's so insane. I can't believe it. The little guy actually won. You know what I mean? The little guy actually won for the first time in history. And even if that's all that ever happens and everyone at least knew. And at least the grip on the industry is somewhat over for now. And hopefully with the right regulation, we can move forward. Everyone is just screaming for the right regulation. And if you watch the FINRA guy, he made a really good video that really blew my mind. It really blew my mind. But yeah. Ripple now trending hard. Everywhere Ripple, London. Look at that. Just in, federal judge grants Coinbase request to file an application to support Ripple in the SC case. Look at that, another person. Federal judge grants Coinbase request to file an application to support Ripple. I don't know how you do that, but you support another, XRP community, SEC versus Ripple, Coinbase has now finally formed an amicus brief in support of Ripple's fair notice defense. The Blockchain Association has filed an amicus brief, the SEC. Interesting. Wow. And Fox News announced that there was going to be a settlement, but then sources said that it was unclear and that it's actually true or not. People said it's not, and today I don't believe we did get it. So it was like, I believe it was false rumors, but what it did is it did bump the price. You know, and you can just see what's trending on Twitter all around the world here. Ripple, Disney, Strange World, Massachusetts, and even your man here. New details. Wow. People want answers. Now there's Freedom of Information Act on meetings. People want to know. They want to know what's happening. Wow. Wow, it's all over the news. Wow, this guy though, he was interesting. This video like almost made, he almost cried in the video. If you want to check it out yourself. Just go there and see what's going on. But yeah. So Janet Yellen wants more regulation. He says that we have enough. It's very confusing what's going on. Altcoin Daily out there, Tom Emmer out there, everyone just out there. This is crazy. The news is just, it's world news. It is world news now at this point. It's all around the globe. Wow. He calls him out too. This is insane. Wow. This is nuts. Anyway, follow me on Twitter at 9,200 followers on Twitter and climbing. Thank you so much. Yeah, have you ever traded on a decentralized order book? Jay says, not yet, but will soon. Working on cutting work hours down so I can join the lifers and build my body, mind, and soul. This is the lifers. Hey, do whatever makes you happy, my man. Uniswap and Pancake Swap, mostly, my dude. Uniswap and Saucer Swap. Never heard of it. Pancake Swap, my man. I used Pancake Swap, but it was so expensive once you factor in slippage and fees. Only if the coin is really small. Not if the coin's a substantial coin. It won't be that expensive. But I do like Binance US, for sure. Michael Cash. I heard a lot of story of liquidity problems on DYDX. Liquidation risk because of $1,000 instant drop on Bitcoin due to liquidity problems on their platform is high risk now. Just my humble opinion, of course. Now I'll look into that. I haven't traded on DYDX, so I definitely want to check it out. I appreciate you saying that. We stay on decentralized exchanges, only learn from the best. My man, don't get too optimistic, this fake leg up. Soon Bitcoin will tumble down to 15 at 11, and then final capitulation to 9 is going to be bloodbath. He's underrated. Bitcoin is... honestly, you're funny. We don't know what's going to happen. We could definitely go to 9 or 10K. I've been saying it over and over, and have your limit orders down to 7. I have limit orders at 7. We got 7K. Hey, we go to 3K. I'll say, I mean, I'm open. You know why? Because coins, stocks, markets, they'll do things that you never thought they would do. They will blow your mind. All right, let's take a look at what happened to that 1 hour candle that we wanted to close above the zone, and it did not. So look, it closed here. It was a beautiful bullish engulfer. Look at that. It would eventually close all the way wick down. It's not a good sign. It would have been strong had that candle closed above 17,000. Looks like 17K might have to be the beginning of the short to the downside here. So look, may get squeezed, but we already saw a pretty good squeeze. So the idea is a short ordered cook here. Short order on the 4 hour. If we get tweezer top confirmation, but I begin to look, at a short here to the downside, and we'll go back below this point of control and then dump all the way to 15,800. So this is a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 6 to 8% of the time. So it's more likely we break down than break up. That just is what it is. So it's more likely to break down than break up. So that's what I'm looking at. That's the only thing that I'm looking at. Okay. Looks like Bitcoin's going to make a move to the downside, of my humble opinion. It's getting rejected. You're seeing bearish divergence. Let's take a look at the short on KuCoin. Okay. So look. Short was looking good. Almost got stopped out on that 12%, if you look at that. But still hanging on by a string, which is interesting. So you're looking at this here. 15-minute. Could still dump. Waiting for entry. 7-minute is finally low with some bullish divvy. Swing down on this trajectory while we swing up here. Could almost put this bigger one in a bigger falling wedge. Wants to break to the upside of the falling wedge. Okay. And I don't like to short Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin, but and that other one's still in there, technically. A little bit lower. Sam, do you like green eggs and ham? All the time. I've never dyed my eggs green, though. I've never seen a green. Maybe I saw one green egg. If I saw the egg green, I think I would throw it out. I don't think I would eat it. You know what I'm saying? Like, would you eat a green egg? I don't think I would eat a green egg. You know, so I mean, completely up to you, though. Would you eat a green egg? I don't know. Best super chat ever. You're not seeing that Sammy cup and handy right here, like this cup with a handle on the short easies. Even Bitcoin looked like the 15 minutes here. Like that's pretty bearish to me. Beautiful move on the smaller time frame, but that's about it. So I'm looking to short BTC to make some coin. Possibly a 13%, 12% stop for a bigger gain. And if Bitcoin doubles, I mean, this is going to be the move here. So don't be scared. Realize that no matter what happens, you can make money in the market, short or long. Understand the difference between being active and being scared. And I mean, if you're overbought, the only thing that's good on the short right now is the short is getting a little overbought on the daily. And even if it pumps, maybe it doesn't get too high. So that's just, good on us. The bigger time frames, like the 8-day and the 5-day, they want to push up. So we'll see. Could go either way. I like to have something on the ready in case Bitcoin takes a dump. But right now, it is looking more sideways than anything. And now we could be like, okay, we could see something like this. Now, you could still scalp these moves, but looks like Bitcoin and the short may both go somewhat sideways. All right. I'm going to zoom back out to Bitcoin one last time and just look at it fresh by itself. Any super chats out there that I need to scoop up and talk about? St. Patty's Day. You're funny. Green yolk. It happens when the free-range chickens sometimes. Yeah, I've never seen that. I'll pass on green egg. Yeah, I'm all set. My wife is fun. She makes green eggs and ham every year for Dr. Seuss's birthday. My kids love it. That's pretty interesting. Super chats. MNW Morpheus. Let's take a look at MMW on the radar. Morpheus Labs on KuCoin. So it did get a bump as suggested. Remember, I liked it a lot. I said I like this coin. Flag it out. It actually ripped through that flag to the upside. What made me like Morpheus? What was I all about Morpheus for? Well, I like the golden pocket on the Fibonacci level here. It came into the 0.618, 0.65 golden pocket. It bounced to the upside, came in a flag, bounced up here, got rejected by the 1.65 area, and now it's starting to flag out again. So far, so good. We did break out for Morpheus. 1 hour, 4 hour time frame. Just need to flag out a bit, maybe go somewhat sideways, but I like what I'm seeing for Morpheus, and this thing could continue to go, right? And it's one of my favorite projects. I've been toting it and loving it. I know nothing about I don't know the people. No one ever asked. I just found it. I like the movie The Matrix, and so I like trading stuff like that. And it makes me excited, Yeah, so Morpheus in a beautiful flag. And look, the 21 just crossed, and it looks like the 50 may come for that 200 on the 1 hour. Not huge, but you're going to get a golden cross. You're oversold, lack of bearish momentum. Chance that Morpheus does push up for more to the upside. Morpheus Labs on the radar for today. I do like Morpheus Labs, and it may take some time to go through the sideways motion, but lacking bearish momentum, losing some sellers here on the volume to the downside as well. And the bigger, we'll take away this other flag that we had drawn. We were projecting where it would flag. It would go up continuously. Now it's beginning that flag that I had projected. But overall, I still have it in a semi-cup and handy here. See this? And it kind of cupped down. I had some bullish divergence that we had picked up here. Was it on the daily? You have this swing up, but the RSI was swinging to the downside. That's hidden bullish divergence, and it played out beautifully to the upside. I love hidden bullish when I see it. I just, especially on the daily or bigger time frame. So my whole thing is I'm looking for cup and handles. The handle should make a divergence with a side cup piece with the end of the handle, right? If you can get a hidden bullish, that's what you're looking for. You want to see a golden cross somewhere after or in the middle of the divergence, like see there to there, and see how the golden cross happens. Somewhere in this zone, you would love to see a golden cross. You should write a checklist down right now. Cup and handle, right? From the swing low to the swing high, from like a corner of the handle or one of the uptrends on the right side of the handle. Or the cup. I don't know how to exactly explain that. You're looking for hidden bullish divergence, right? Which would conjoin with the low of the handle. And then you're looking for swing down here, and you're looking for the MACD to show you a lack of bearish momentum with the blue line curving and the pink showing. You're looking for the stochastics to be low. And you're looking for the volume to be falling to the downside as prices. And if you pull a Fibonacci, then you're also looking for the golden pocket. And if you get all of that, there's just gains to be had. And so I talked about this. I went over it. And look, there's 42% gains for Morpheus. Morpheus, baby. Yeah. And this is my favorite coin. I absolutely love this coin. It's been hot to trot. Morpheus, baby. Morpheus. And yesterday at 2:55 p.m., I put this out. See that? And it's up just from the breakout. Let's just see, just from the breakout. See from the top of that wick there. A wick 25, still holding about 15% gains. All right. Hey, in this market, we still pulled out 50% gains overnight. Gains in your sleep, Morpheus Labs. And it was there, man. And it looked good. It looks good on the daily time frame. It's oversold, ready to go. This daily does look good to me. So this is on the radar for more gains. And what I do is I zoom in to find a flag or something better to enter, and that flag is looking good to me. So the bigger time frames look good, could follow the bigger trend, and it's interesting. So it's the zoom in, zoom out effect. Can you see the big picture? Then can you find the little picture? And again, this could be an M pattern, and we could dump to the downside. Nothing is guaranteed. Bitcoin could slump. This could slump too. There's no guarantees when it comes to trading. Always have a stop loss. Always know that you have no idea what's going to happen. The more you tell yourself, I have no clue. Like if someone asks me, what do you think? I don't know. I have no idea where price action is going to go. I have no idea. I don't. And that's why I love this channel. We don't shill, because if you shill, someone pays you, you got to say you like something, right? You have to be like, I like this coin. It's hot, But I don't have no idea where this is going to go. I'm just playing technical analysis. If it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. No one paid me to say this. I just do what I love to do every day. That's what I love it. I do what I love. I don't have to do anything different. That's why I don't do sponsorship things, any of that. The only thing I do is Bookmap, because I absolutely love it. So if you like what we did here with the liquidity, when we kind of used it and showed you the short squeezes, and now we still have some more people trying, attempting to get short squeeze. 17K is holding by a pinky on the ledge, but it is still holding, and there is still more liquidity up here than down here. It suggests that we may go up the 17,250 area, and you can see that if enough people keep shorting, they'll gobble up the shorts. Another thing we're going to look at for you, all right? I'm going to show you something pretty interesting. Let's see here. going to make another big group. Made 2 groups real quick. Thought I got rid of everything. Anyway. Oh, we're still pumping. Look, the 15-minute could flip. I mean, it's interesting. What's the 7-minute doing? Wow, look at that. Flagging out. 7-minute is the most sensitive time frame, so it's going to pick up on the liquidations, you know. And then the other ones are just too small, in my humble opinion, and oversensitive. So to me, everyone's like, why do you use the 7? Because it tends to be the most sensitive without being too sensitive. Because you got to find the sweet spot, you know. And it gave us the idea that wasn't inverted there. And now, look, we're able to see this little flag we wouldn't have seen before, which kind of is a cup and handle too, which is crazy, right? And I don't try to do these things. My mind just sees them. Can we continue? Can we stay above 17K? Can we get the move? And what I wanted to show you was the liquidation indicator now, okay? We'll let it load, give it some time to load. I think it'll come on in a second. And if we see so much more density up at the top, then there's a chance that we do go higher than lower, right? So let's see. I mean, this is showing us how many people are longing 100x or 50x or whatever, right? And it's giving us the liquidation levels, all right? And we're showing when people actually get liquidated what happens and where they're going and what's occurring, all right? So we zoom in here and we look at it closely, and I mean, it's almost like pretty even on either side. We see a lot of 100x. There's your 50x. There's your 25x. Here's your 100x. And there's like some liquidations here, but there's a lot more lower down here. See this? There's more people down here. We're pretty dense down here. 100x is real close. It's almost like, you know what? Like, let's just go on up. Let's grab everyone out here first. Let's get everybody excited to long. We'll build this up bigger because more people will long, and then let's come on down. They're going to get these people at one point. It's interesting. So it's showing me that they may go where they're really close to this area. So they're probably going to just go hit all these. These are all 100x people, and they're going to take them out. They're going to take them out right now. Highly likely, right? And you'd be like, no, you don't believe me. I can show you. So these are all the shorts trying to get down. Oh, these are the 50x. So there's not that many people 100x, and they got a lot of them. You see that? They shredded a lot of them. It's a lot of 50x leverage here. But you got these people here. The yellow of the 100xers right there. Like, he just got hit off. You see that guy just got hit. He just got liquidated. So crazy. You can see the people right on the candle opening 100x leverage long. Short. Or yeah, he's longing right now with a stop loss. Get in, get out. Get in, get out. Get out, my matey. So you could trade this with, you know, some people are trading this with 100x leverage right now, seeing if they can get to, I mean, there's a probable chance you get to 17,000 too, because that's just a falling wedge that breaks the upside, a bit of a cup and handle. And that's the liquidator indicator. That'll blow your mind, right? So we do a lot on this channel, you know, looking at all the different information to get you where you need to be, to show you what's going down, to break it down for you so you can see what's happening in the markets every single day. Lots of drama being done. Mr. Krillin Ball versus Mr. St. Frizzly. I have no idea what this dude's saying. Okay, what you're talking about, Willis? Yeah, he sounds a bit mad. Send in your super chats for a deep dive. And TA, support the stream. Lifer gives his knowledge 7 days a week. Thank you. When you read Lifer's testimonials, you'll know you're in the right place. Thank you so much for the love. So funny, man. The DX, that's so funny, right? I can't even speak on that. That's hilarious, though. So this would be something that I'm looking at today. I'm closer looking at is Morpheus MMW. This flag is quite interesting. This is a hot coin. I like what I'm looking at, and it's been hot. So yeah, MNW in a flagito. So it doesn't sound right? A flagito. In a flagito. I'm just being funny. It's in a flag. It's in a flag. Quant made a big pump. Shoulder head invert. Look, Quant loves these inverted head and shoulders, huh? When it dumps. It's like the third or fourth one that it's made. It made that bigger one. Remember, that's what we, and there it goes. And now it's in an awesome flag on the 1 hour time frame. Quant could actually get busy here and make a bit of a move. Just see this 1 hour play out. That's interesting to me. Quant's a beautiful project. I think it's one of the first things to recover every time the market dumps because people love it. The only people that sell it are the people that want to buy it back. But like, you know what I mean? Quant's an amazing project. I don't see, and it does a lot of things that no one else does. And it can be used in the banking system in such a fast and formulative way with XRP into the ISO 222 coins. So it's one of the chosen ones. It's already been determined that it's one of the chosen ones, and it has a great team, and it continues to work. So Quant, with a usable experience, a usable piece of the puzzle. Quant could continue to the upside here too, but be careful. Bitcoin is struggling. But I'm watching Quant. The old Quants. Can you check out ALGO? Yeah. And this guy is so funny, man. Always such a great stream. Gives me the positivity I need to tackle the day. You grow, I grow. I love that. Funny how they are talking about advantage to try this 12 weeks of the digital dollar. So weird. Luna C getting a pump while Bitcoin quiet. Ooh, Terra Classic getting launched. And look, it was in a nice ascending triangle. Look at that. And there was your measured move. I mean, it just did exactly what the TA said it was going to do. I can't explain how the technical analysis knows. Whether it was, whatever the reason, there's a nice quick 9%. And look how, I wish we had seen it. I wish I'd caught that one. This has the kind of the Adam and Eve, or at least the double bottom theories here. Double bottom feels. That doesn't sound right. So like what are we talking about? Volume up. Music is dope. Hype. Trust with TWT, man. Let's take a look at what I saw for TWT. Could it continue to the upside? Thanks for getting me excited for TWT. We probably would have got a super chat eventually for TWT. Oh, man, it fell out of the beautiful tightness. But again, look, shoulder, head, and a shoulder. It's been pumping amazingly. It had bearish divergence. It gets higher risk every time. Try to tackle it again. But again, maybe, you never know. It could break back inside the pattern and get some love. We could say, hey, it's still in a flag in a way. It is oversold. Can we hold the zone, TWT? No stop loss got hit in the making of the trade yet. It may be very, very close, though. But hey, so far it's just a very, very, very small loss. So we shall see. Right now it's getting bought back up, back to the upside. Could even get back to break even before we call it a day. So it's interesting watching TWT here on the 1 hour time frame. They already stopped hunted too. Might be an interesting idea here. So TWT on the radar. TWT on the radar. 1 second. Okay, window was drafty. Getting too cold in here, wasting heat. I was like, can't do that. So, and then I saw a, sorry, not again. I'm looking at Dogecoin. Got something special going on with it. To me, it's got something that nothing else really has, which is the mind of a billionaire behind it. And anything could happen. And it's been quiet today, but it's been trending all weekend and into Monday, Tuesday. Inverted head and shoulder inside of an ascending triangle, Doge. So I'm watching Doge on the radar closely too for a possible move. 4 hour time frame's a little too spent for me. The daily though, ready to go. Has had a few good days of a move and stayed strong so far above this 706 Fibonacci level. If it holds that'll be quite interesting. Can it continue to move is the question. This falling wedge I want to see break on out. The daily starting to show signs of a bigger move happening for Dogecoin after the massive pump up to 16 cents. Came all the way back down to a low at about 7, and it's been holding 8.8% for not too long. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. 556 likes, 778 people on the live. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Where are you from around the world? Let me know what you're doing. Let me say, where are you from around the world? Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to David Kendall, CNC Ireland, all of the beautiful blue crew. Shout out to Gina Bombina in the game. And everybody here. Let's take a look at Casper. And everyone, let me know where you're from. Where are you from around the world? We got CNC Ireland, man, from Ireland. We got Kuwait, Mongolia, UK. We got the moon. And hit that like button after you tell me where you're from. Hit that like button. Portugal, Canada, Palestine. I got a name I cannot even pronounce. That's insanity. I've never seen that from Boris. I've got Gibraltar. I think it's Gibraltar. Gibraltar, baby. I think it is Gibraltar. Lithuania, Bulgaria, Michigan, Florida, Sin City. My man, David Kendall. I love that. Go Dogs. Buffalo, New York, Miami, Romania, London, Portugal, Singapore, Philippines, Tennessee, Mars, Rochester, Dubai, Estonia, Chicago, Amsterdam, Nigeria, Hong Kong, New Mexico, Wilmington, North Carolina, Cristiano Ronaldo, funny, Istanbul, Point Nemo, Gibraltar, Jacksonville, Dabbleverse, the Philippines, Sean, man, from the Philippines, I love you, Jersey, my mom's car, Mass, maybe, Wisconsin, Dubai, shout out to Mass, Wisconsin, Dubai, Lifer City, Scranton, PA, Finland, Maine, up in Maine, Tampa Bay, Florida, beautiful, Maldives, Newport. Man, the car was freezing today. I had to start it up. Wyoming, Huntington Beach, baby, Thailand. Bitcoin losing steam on the futures. Yep. Toronto. Let's take a look at BTC CMEs. Could be still considered that V shape. Interesting, you know? I'm just being a little, I'm being a little too creative. It's a little much, but it's interesting. Almost like a sideways diamond. Too much though. I think I'm cutting it up. I mean, I keep coming back to this rising wedge. Now, rising wedges break up parabolically. And my thing about this is Bitcoin is decentralized. Like, I mean, they say nothing is fully decentralized. I'm kind of with that idea, right? But Bitcoin is like the closest thing that we have, I think, to the most secure network with multiple participants in belief in something extremely valuable throughout the world that has made it all the way to as much as $1 billion company. I mean, it's done something amazing. $1 trillion company, I mean. And so, like, could it be on this parabolic move? It could be. There's a chance. And, you know, we start to break down, it's over. And we go below this, it's starting to wrap. Again, these tight moving averages, we tend to gravitate up towards the 200 simple. And the 1 hour, we haven't done that yet. We were supposed to do it here. We struggled back here 9 out of 10 times when the 21 and the 200 get really far apart on the low. See, we got here, we pump back to the 21. We got here, we pump back and up above the 21. We got here, we pump back and up above the 21. I mean, the 200 and with the 21 when we were lower. So it's an interesting concept when you look at the CME futures, because on the 1 hour time frame, says that Bitcoin may at least recover up to about 18,000. Up to this area. And I've seen this many, many times. I was surprised when we didn't get here. But again, we could even just kind of continue to fall to the wayside. 21 did cross the 50. That's, you want to see and it's like getting that ready for that catalyst. So, and it's a beautiful double bottom here for BTC as well. Just a couple ways to look at it, and resistance at 17,000, and yeah. We're struggling right now. Pattern is an ascending triangle, and a symmetrical, which is, either way, and it's a bit of an M pattern too. Like, you now kind of topped. You kind of double top now at this point. BRK.A. I have no idea what that is. Shout out to Chrono Puddle. As long as it's not hilling. What about SRM? Will the fork save them? I don't know. Send in your super chat for a deep dive. TA and support the stream. Lifer gives his knowledge 7 days a week to support the live stream. DXY broke the weekly parabola. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Let's take a look at the dollar index too. We've been spending a lot of time on BTC. Let's look at DXY. And there it goes again, dumping. I mean, this has been a lovely move. This is what we always wanted for Bitcoin. And it's weird that like Bitcoin went down with the dollar. Like, it's just so whack, because it's every other time we were just collecting, collecting wonderfully. Now there's a bullish divergence forming. Okay. But it formed there too, and it just could completely dumped, and we had kind of a flat one there too. So it gives you the pump, but it doesn't get you, as long as you don't get above resistance, it doesn't matter. So, and it has resistance at 106.44. I want to see that 15-minute about to roll over. It does, and you're in a rising wedge. So shorting the dollar looks like it's about to make a short right now to the downside, somewhere to about 106 or 105. It could go to 105.10. The measured move here is at least the double bottom to 105.62. So it looks like tonight or tomorrow, you might see the dollar take a massive dump, and that's going to push Bitcoin back to the upside. So I'm not saying jump into the short just yet. I'm watching this closely. 15-minute in the short's a little too high. 7-minute, they're kind of sideways right now. A very aggressive entry would be to enter the short right now. Very aggressive. And there's no guarantees. I'm just looking at the possibilities of both two things for myself, so I could take one of the options if needed. All right. Dollar index should pump Bitcoin, and I wouldn't want to be getting into a short when the dollar index dumps, but we have so much going on that Bitcoin could just dump on its own accord, depending on what we see happen on exchanges and other new news. Another exchange, like one I've never really heard of, Liquid something, but that one is now about to go under as well. One of the biggest Japanese exchanges halts withdrawals. Yep. Exactly. I searched him up on Facebook and we got some mutual friends. That is wild. Me? DXY is not pushing Bitcoin now. It will next time it moves. If it dumps, huge inverted. Yeah. Did we cover Casper? A coworker came over and had to leave for a second. So we'll take a look at Casper now and take a look at what I was seeing. So look, I mean, I see it likely to make a move here on the daily time frame, right? It's very oversold down at the 786, even to the 886 retracement. I mean, that's a highly likely move back to the upside. It's a great project. It's almost like, it's bottomed out pretty nicely here. Can the daily take care of us is the question. Doesn't look too shabby. I like what I'm looking at on the daily. Again, stops way in the middle. Only thing is high risk to me because there's if it dumps, it makes a completely new low. So your only place to put a stop is below this low. So to me, it's not a lot of room for error here, and I normally don't like to trade things like this. I do like this project though. I really do. And, I don't know. But honestly, even if right now I'm just trading for trade. The only thing that I'm really accumulating big right now is Bitcoin, XRP, ETH, Cardano. Nothing too crazy. Just buying on the lows here, taking advantage of the fear and grabbing a bag here and a bag there, and that's about it. And having fun and reminding myself that life is short and that the bear market will end faster than I realize. And so to keep my head in the game, to not get emotional, and to accumulate as many coins that I believe are going to do great in the future, and not to get over indulgent, and not to have too many. You know, like 10 or 12 in my mind is enough coins. Like 20 at the very most. Like at that point, it's even too much. You know, but you got to do whatever makes you happy. Can you do a quick TA on TWT? We already did that. We definitely looked at it already. Break it down again for you, but we already did look at it. And so we saw that it could still be in another flag similar like this. Just wanted to show you that this is, close to getting. But something like this, could it still break to the upside? There's a chance. Remember, the bigger time frames are getting very oversold. 1 hour says that it could get a bounce too. So we're just watching this flag for TWT, seeing if it make a bit of a move. It had some bearish divergence that it did play out. And that's bearish divergence playing out. And it could continue to the downside. All right. Daily's very oversold. Telling you that's a really good time to take some profits. It's likely to retrace now down to a Fibonacci level of its choice. But it looks somewhere in the golden pocket at 167 would be probably a good pickup. But it could flag out here and pop to the upside. We're going to watch it one day at a time and speculate. Right now, speculating on a flag here on the 4-hour time frame, seeing if it can play out. So there's a chance this does still continue to the upside. There's a lot of FOMO for it. So I'm watching this flag on the 4-hour time frame for sure. And I mean, it's high risk, high reward, so it is what it is. But there's a lot of FOMO for TWT. And people, they want Trust Wallet. They want decentralization. They don't want to get loose. And it's funny, man. Come to the centralized exchange, Like Kevin O'Leary said, if I was going to put my money anywhere, I would put it there, Anyway, I'm jumping out for the day, everyone. Thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Bitcoin is right now in a symmetrical triangle on the 7-minute time frame, beginning to dump to the downside. It's playing games right here. Remember, it got rejected by 17K. It really has to make a candle close on the 4-hour above 17,000. Okay. We take a look at Bitcoin on Binance, and it's in this rising wedge. I take my other work and I start to put my groups back in and out. It's in this rising wedge. If the rising wedge just breaks to the downside, I'm looking for a retest somewhere in this area of this level or even the trend line for a move to the downside for a short to 15,895, 15,800 area. That's how I'm playing Bitcoin right now on the, on a deep dive. And then on the 7 on another chart, you can see it's in a symmetrical triangle and it's struggling with 7K and it really double topped almost kind of at a smaller low there, a smaller high. And it's struggling for sure. And this could begin its move. Could be a possible great place to start a short for Bitcoin, 17,000. But anything is possible. There's always 2 scenarios to the pie, and I'm looking at them both. Anything is possible. 15-minute is oversold. Could we get a bounce? There's some smaller time frames may get us out of the zone, but you never know. All right. So small time frame, we're looking at the 7-minute to see if it can break out of this symmetrical triangle right now. We're watching this here. I just want to make it really easy and clear. So we're watching this symmetrical triangle in the 7 to see if it can break to the upside. 50-50 though, mainly these are bearish patterns. More than not, I see them break to the downside. More than not, And we're in this rising wedge, like I showed you, that highly likely wants to break all the way back down to where it began, at least to 16,002, and then to my circled area at 15,890. If we can get a candle to close at 17,250, this whole, and this booms up, then I'll change my tune. So I'm looking for 17,250 to hold, get us above the zone. But right now we're going sideways and struggling at 17K. Now, alts don't mind when Bitcoin struggles, so we'll look for that too as well. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. See if I just have any quick news for you before I jump out of here that can keep you up to date. Real fast, little quick news. FTX account drainer swamps millions in stolen crypto, becomes the 35 largest ETH holder. The funds were converted to DAI stablecoins and bridged to the ETH network. So They know where the funds are. They became the largest revolutionary Social Blocks app, now available for Android phone. Social Blocks is a relatively new blockchain company in the Netherlands and has an ambitious goal of totally revolutionizing the world of social media. Of course, this will be done through blockchain technology. Meanwhile, Social Blocks app was launched this week, which means it's already available for Android and iPhone. Wow. Completed 6 times. Runs around the office. Completed. You have 11 challenges. Social Blocks app, and began the beta phase of social media platform early this year. Interesting. Juggle a football. Okay, so you have like, it gives you tasks apparently. Pretty interesting. FTX collapse could see crypto sector's layoff accelerate, for sure. Polkadot daily new accounts increased 10x, active accounts by 4x. I mean, Polkadot is starting to move, and we covered Polkadot. We got a great video coming out for you about Polkadot. Stay informed, pay attention. Okay. High risk for Casper. High risk for Casper on the radar. TWT in a flag. Could it make a move? Hey, this is how it all started when the first flag we saw. And look, there's the symmetrical break into the downside. As I said before, these are most likely dump patterns. You know what I mean? Most likely a dump pattern. Had it broken to the upside, had a measured move. You could even say there's the pole, but then you could even, both ways. Takes you down to the liquidity zone at 16,000. Remember, this is a rising wedge. Almost you have bearish divergence here too now. See that? So, broke down. This is an M pattern. Okay. And we also went over the short for you. The 3S token here on KuCoin in a falling wedge that could break to the upside. So remember that as well. Okay. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Have no fear through this time. We're still going to find what's going down. We're going to have fun. We're going to learn, and there's so much to talk about. If I have to trade oil, I'll trade oil. I'm going to figure out whatever I got to do no matter what. I was saying that. But you know what? I appreciate each and every one of you who come through in the hardest times of crypto, and you're still here each and every day. May God bless you all. Thank you for coming on in, and thank you for being amazing crypto lifers. I'll see you tomorrow on the next live stream, and I love you with all my heart. Love is the strongest frequency. You can, you will, you are the best. Do not live in fear. It's a fake emotion acting real. I'll see you on the next one. Be safe. Over and out. Crypto is live.